IB Times UK has come down to the Hay Group to talk about their new research around megatrends. It's all about employee engagement and what's going on with the global war for talent. We're here to speak to Sarah Pittman, one of the group's managing consultants. So Sarah, thanks for joining us today. With the Hay Group research, more than 3/4 of HR professionals from FTSE 250 and Fortune 500 companies are saying that they need to approach employee engagement differently, but only 30% are saying that they're actually taking that approach. But what's going on with young people? What's the trend there with employee engagement? Do they want something different to their older colleagues? What's the sort of trends going on?
So our research into the mega trends, we've focused quite significantly on demographic change being one of them. With demographic change, what we're seeing is that the younger workforce are very much looking to their futures with the organisation they're in. So very much around their training, their career progression, how they use and can learn and develop their skills. And they're also looking more for that continuous and open and regular feedback. But with the older workforce, this is actually very different. They're very much more focused on security. So they're really looking to work for an organisation who has a very strong strategy, is doing well, has good future growth, and they're also looking at how they're remunerated and how that really correlates with the effort and the jobs that they have.
So we've got a global war for talent, so-called, at the moment. How important is employee engagement, taking in mind what you're saying about older workers and younger workers? What could happen to some of the biggest companies in the UK if they don't address this issue?
Ensuring that your engagement strategy aligns to these megatrends is becoming more and more important. We know from a recent study into turnover that turnover figures will increase annually and will reach an all-time high by 2018, with turnover figures looking at maybe a quarter of employees exiting an organisation in 2018. So with the war for talent becoming even stronger in this context, it will be important for organisations to really look at these 6 megatrends, to really understand which ones are of most importance to them, are going to have the most impact for them, and really start to think about their strategy, their people plans, their HR strategies, think about what they can do to change.
And obviously we're now coming out of the economic recession, we're on the way to recovery. From your personal stance and your professional work, are you seeing more of your clients and companies that you come across invest more in engagement, invest more in training, invest more in development?
I think organisations are still coming out of the recession. I think, a couple of years ago, budgets were cut quite significantly, both internally and headcount. We're seeing organisations spending a little bit more now than they did a few years ago on their talent, so investing in things like training and development, but still quite not as much as they did 3 or 4 years ago. So I think organisations are slowly kind of beginning to invest more in these areas, but they're still not where they should be or could be, considering the impact that some of these megatrends may have. And
relating to the megatrends, one of them is globalisation 2.0. And obviously we've talked about the war on talent, but I just wondered if you could elaborate what's going on at the moment.
I think as organisations grow and companies grow by acquisitions and mergers, talent have the opportunity to move and grow and move countries, work in organisations in different countries. So I think it will be important for organisations to keep a global workforce engaged by ensuring that local markets, local functions and regions all work together to set the strategy, make important decisions together. I think with these megatrends, we're seeing that gone are the days where the UK or the US set the strategy. It's becoming more and more important for organisations to ensure that cultural differences are accounted for and that every part of the organisation has a say.
Great. Thanks very much.